I'd like to introduce next speaker, Adelheid Schmitz from Düsseldorf. She's been studying social pedagogy since 1987. She's a co-founder of a unit to research right-wing extremism, founded in 1987, and establishes a research focus at the University of Applied Sciences. So, Adelheid, the microphone is yours. There you go.
Yes, I'm greeting you from Düsseldorf. It's the partner town from Haifa. And what you see is Erinnerungsort Alte Schlachthof, Memorial and Information Center of the campus of our Hochschule Düsseldorf, University of Applied Science. Since 2016, our University of Applied Sciences is situated on a historic site, the former municipal abattoir of the city of Düsseldorf. During the Nazi rule, the abattoir became a crime scene. This brings with it responsibility to inform about this history and to reflect it. And of course, it is an important place for commemoration. On campus, we have a big challenge. I will inform you a little bit about the historical side and the challenges, about the memorial, the exhibition, the research and documentation, and a bit about the...
Adelheid, sorry for interrupting you, but is it only here that the presentation is flashing? You'll see. Well, on my screen, it flashes, it doesn't stay stable. Is it just me or everybody?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so sorry, continue.
It's okay.
Is it okay for you? Otherwise, I don't mute it.
No, it's fine. No, it's
okay. It's okay in New York.
Okay, thank you very much. You give me a sign if something is not working.
Yes, it's fine.
And I want to tell you something about the history of this abattoir. The abattoir, in former time, it was set into operation in 1899. I have an old picture here from 1930. During World War II, it became a part of the Shoah. Almost 6,000 Jewish men, women, and children from Düsseldorf administrative district were assembled in the large cattle market hall. They were registered, robbed, and forced to spend the whole night in the cold and wet hall. The next morning, they were deported from the nearby freight station to ghettos in occupied Eastern Europe. From 1941 till 1944, overall 7 transports were organized. We estimate that only 300 people survived. We don't know it exactly. After the war, the abattoir was still used until 2002. Nothing remembered what happened there. Afterwards, the building stayed unused and exposed to decay. You see the hall again? It's a picture from 2011. And another picture from the building of the old cattle hall. Only the large cattle market hall and another building remained. 2016, the campus of Hochschule Düsseldorf has been situated on this terrain, and there were constructed new buildings. The historical buildings are integrated into a brand new campus. The challenge was to integrate the historic abattoir buildings, not only to adapt to university needs, but also finally honor the memory of those who have suffered there. Since 5 years, the university library and the campus IT are placed in the restored and converted large livestock hall. In the entrance area, you see the windows, you can see a little bit the portraits. We have the memorial center. It's not a big place. The whole hall is used by the library and the campus IT. And you see in the entrance, we have organized an exhibition where we show the portraits and also gave the information about the biographies of the families who had been collected in this hall. A permanent exhibition portrays people whose lives and family stories are linked to this place. The authentic ramp leads to the basement. Cattle used to be driven down the ramp, but also the Jewish people were forced to take these steps. The Memorial Center, Alter Schlachthof, invites all the members of Hochschule Düsseldorf and visitors to remember the crimes committed there during World War II and to remember the people. As there is not much place, we present the results of our research work on the crimes, the biographies and documents in the digital archive in the basement. On the left side, you see the touch screens realized by students from the Faculty of Media. Visitors can research by their own also in this room. You see, there is a group from Israel, tourist guides who came from Israel to visit this place. The archive is being continuously expanded and aims to gradually give face and names to all the victims. We are in contact with some of the last survivors and their families who share with us family stories and documents. And many of our visitors come from other countries, from Israel too. You can see it in our guest book. I don't know if you can read it. There are some comments in it. The memorial on our campus is a challenge and a chance. Our historical and political education program with guided tours, informative events, workshops, readings, and lectures complete the exhibition. The memorial is not only meant to be a reminder for past crimes, but also strives to educate on the after effects of the Nazi rule in society today. After all, many of the social phenomena and negative dispositions until today are like racism, xenophobia, anti-Semitism, or denial of the Holocaust. With this memorial on the campus, we are always looking to find new and creative methods of historical and political learning and education for students, pupils, and interested people. From some of our creative projects, I would like to briefly present only one from last year. I'm not sure if it is possible, or have I time?
Hardly.
Hardly.
No time.
No time, okay. It was a digital theater performance, and it was the possibility in June 2020. Over 100 spectators from all over Germany, France, and Israel went to a digital theater journey into the past and back into the present. It was part of a theater performance with the title Carousel of the Remembrance. The central message was, the central question was, what message do the survivors leave us for today? We wanted to connect the historical place with central questions of remembrance and responsibility today. Doing memory with the methods of theater was very challenging, especially in times in COVID. Therefore, we developed the digital version of the former live theater performance. And we took part and to give the history of one survivor, Edith Bader de Vries, a very important part in this theater play. And her sentence, her message on current humanitarian issues is, I'm not here to hate, I'm here to love. This is the title of her biography based on the sentence from Greek drama Antigone by Sophocles. Edith's message for today's challenges is please take care of people in need and in helpless situations like refugees, homeless people. And this was important for us to transform her message with methods of theater to the new generations today.